Hi, hello, welcome everybody. If your faces look a little weird, it's because a dog started howling just as we started our countdown. Welcome back to our actual play of a Ryuutama game with most of our regular cast. We're still down a Meghan, sadly. She will be back next week. But to liven the place up a bit, we have, of course, Lana. Would you, as our special guest of today, like to start our introductions?
I don't know how the introductions usually go because
You say,
I came
hi,
in.
I'm Lana. I don't live here. I play Fern.
Hi, I'm Lana. I don't live here. I play Fern. I have a
Beautiful.
fabulous farm and everyone is visiting.
They are visiting your fabulous farm full of goats that have sprouted let's see. I'm going to skip my Zoom order because I want the person doing the in-character recap to go last. So we'll go down the list to Amanda.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Saki Kujira, also using she, her pronouns, an artisan on the road to try to figure out how to fix a mysterious pickaxe.
Very nice. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going down the list. Kai. Muted.
Hello, I am Kai, Kyla Creative on the internet. I am playing Jace, the little hunter who's very brave.
Definitely one of the bravest. Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I also go by Forda, and I'll be playing Corey, the little farmer hoping to become a minstrel. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. I'll do myself real quick before we go to Wraith, because then Wraith can go straight into our recap. Hi, my name is Anniek. I am the Ryuutama of this game. I play everybody else, including lots of obnoxious children, apparently. Both Ryujin and me go by she, they pronouns. Wraith.
I'm Wraith. I'm playing Juniper. And it's Fern's a lot. A lot more than I expected to encounter. I expected to come here with some strangers and have a very calm time learning about this very everything place, which is actually unlike the last shop that claimed to be an everything shop. I would not be surprised if there was literally everything here. We found a dragon. I think we might have communicated sort of with it. I think we're something about summer magic. I'm not very versed in magic. I have a goat now, I think. I don't know if we actually have to get a room or not. I'm gonna try to not have to get a room to get this goat. Mostly no more burns, though. I mean, Corey still kind of didn't want to take the medicine because it smells bad, but Jace is at least fine. We'll see if that continues.
Yep, we have left our party at Fern's fabulous farm, where certain people adopted a goat. There is room in the bed and breakfast should the characters wish to stay there, but it's up to you. You just met a little vine dragon on the side of the barn, where you originally went to have a chat with Clover, and of course Lieutenant Admiral Fuzzy Bottoms. Who decided not to come down from the roof, but deigned to allow a certain fox to at least come up to him. Yes, he's very busy posing and looking very cool still. So, what's the plan?
mean, we're staying the night and then setting out in the morning to save summer?
I mean, can we afford to stay the night here?
Well,
Maybe if we pool all our money.
I mean, but
I
then
promise-
that
I
doesn't that leave
promise-
us?
I promised Dave he was allowed to do the pricing thing with you.
we should get a price list. See, maybe they have a camping section.
Yeah.
I also at least have to go get like a pair of leggings as I like look down and have one leg exposed because of the goat.
Well, I mean, if you remove the other leg, you'll just have shorts.
Shorts and an extra strip of cloth for in case
Exactly.
you need it.
Well, yeah,
Because you
but
need to wrap your hands again.
I still that's a good point. But I still feel like having the leggings underneath would be like a cooler look, maybe like a nice Fair Isle sort of pattern.
There is a free crochet workshop in an hour where you could learn to patch your own leggings.
Oh, okay.
Crochet
Yes.
can fix anything. You can also attach things to other things. It's really fun.
I just like look around to see if anyone else is gonna take this with me. No,
I'll take it.
yeah, useful skills.
Corey just slowly sliding out of the frame.
Are we talking patching the pants or just crocheting new pants? Because honestly, crocheting new pants is probably actually easier because then you don't have to deal with like existing fabric. Just make granny squares and put them together. It's not a full day workshop.
Yeah.
But patching is not hard.
No, I think Fern might be overestimating how much of this pant is left.
Huh?
I was afraid of that. Yeah.
Are we talking like knee length? Is it like mid thigh?
Is it booty short on one side?
So one side is absolutely approaching booty shorts. If you're standing upright, you're good. If you like try to squat, like they're not squat proof anymore.
And I do need full range of motion.
You absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's gonna come up at some point.
I feel like I will check. I'll take this crochet class now that I've said yes, but I also want to check the gift shop at some point.
I mean, the gift shop is. I don't know if you've seen the name of the episode. It is Exit Through the Gift Shop. The gift shop is, of course, on your way out, so you don't have to carry everything you buy with you the whole way through. You know.
Of course.
Nobody wants to carry a giant stuffed bee and then go manatee hopping. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Perfect. We'll park the crochet workshop for just a little bit. So Lex, Corey's sliding out of frame where to?
Corey actually wants to go talk to Mr. Dan because A, Mr. Dan seems knowledgeable, B, Mr. Dan seems knowledgeable about magic, and C, Mr. Dan seems knowledgeable about dragons.
Fair. Roll me 2d10.
Okay. Give me a sec to find my d10 and I will gladly do it.
Wonderful.
I think Juniper's probably tagging along with Corey right now.
Okay, that is a total of 17.
17. And is Juniper leaving the fox with the goat, or are you calling the goat back? Are you calling the fox back down? There's no point calling the goat back down at this point.
I'll leave him up there for now. He seems like he's safe up there. He knows to get down if there's trouble, and like we're not leaving yet. So I think I'll just let him. I'll let him have a new friend for a little bit.
Let them bond.
Exactly.
Excellent. On a 17, you can quite easily find Mr. Dan, as you call him. He is, yeah, I know. No one's called him Mister in my life, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. We're going for
Also,
it.
his name is Dave.
Also, very true.
Sorry.
Hey, if she wants to go fight Mr. Dan, I know. we'll
Look,
see how it
I
goes.
wrote down a note and then I lost that note.
Oh, Fair enough.
I'm trying my best.
To be fair to the characters, it hasn't been a week for them. It's been 5 minutes. So I think Corey would remember his name is Dave.
Yes.
He is, in fact, near the aforementioned river nearby, where there is the option to go manatee hopping, and he's doing some maintenance on the little shed they have there. Weather's turning a little. It's pretty freaking damp here, but they have a little water mill and a little area where they feed the manatees, so they can just chill there before they get harassed by tourists. And yeah, he's regular maintenance.
Excuse me, Mr. Dave. I have a question, or maybe like 5 questions, and you seem to know a goodly bit about dragons, so I figured you're the person to ask.
I don't know if it's a goodly bit, but it's more than nothing.
Which is more than me. So, well, not nothing. I know that dragons are magic, and often they have control over a thing. Like terrain dragons are usually pretty good at doing stuff with that terrain, and seasoned dragons have seasons in their pocket, or however that works. But so it's been spring for an awful long time, and I was thinking, after with that ivy dragon and all, it's it's stuck, and it just need a little bit of summer. But maybe everything else is stuck in spring because the summer dragon ain't come through yet.
Sounds about likely. Spring should have been done
a month ago.
3 weeks ago, month ago. Yeah.
So,
what are you gonna do?
Where do dragons hide out when it's not their turn?
Inside an egg.
For real? Or
you didn't
back?
you didn't suffer from an abundance of schooling, did you?
I'm a farmer.
Sit down. All right. We have seasonal dragons. They make the seasons turn from one to the next. And when it's time for the next season, a Ryuujin that has gathered stories from travelers tells these stories to the next dragon. And when there's enough stories for that dragon, it can hatch and the season turns.
Oh.
So either the Ryuujin hasn't gathered enough stories yet, or something's wrong with the egg, or something's just happened. But right now, what we're seeing, what I think is going on with these codes, is that the spring dragon, that should have been excused a month ago, has decided that it's not interested in doing spring dragon things and is just having a fun little time on his own. Never leave a dragon to their own devices. They will get in trouble.
So how do you track a dragon?
Look for weird things if you're looking for a dragon that's acting weird, or look for very normal things if you're looking for a regular dragon. I mean, Ivy over there likes to hang out with the Ivy. But a weird dragon, they're gonna be where they shouldn't be. Are you looking for this little spring dragon that's probably...
Well, yeah, I needed to make my chicken stop growing itchy ivy.
Yeah. look, I didn't get a lot of schooling either, but I reckon see where there's animal plants, work your way back from there. It's just a seasonal dragon. They can't, mess with the whole continent. Everything has its own little area.
All right.
Not a
And
world
you only
dragon.
started
I think
growing
'cause we haven't heard.
stuff when I came to this area, so that's probably right.
Yeah, I mean it's worse here than it was in the last town we were in, so we're probably headed in the right direction.
So I guess we just find out how much. Are we gonna have to use our animals like a dowsing rod? They just grow more plants the closer we get to this troublemaker.
You could look at wildlife. You could talk to people. But honestly, if your chicken works, it works.
Just sighs and kind of deflates a little bit because it's like this did not get any less complicated.
So that was 2 questions-ish. Other 3? Like
How
he's
much did the room
he's
cost?
eyeing the pile of lumber that he was working on. How much does what cost? I'm sorry.
The rooms, and also, you need any help with that?
No, because that's a liability issue. Do you want a regular room? Do you want a little bed and breakfast room? Do you want to sleep in the straw with the goats? Because rooms have a range. There's room in the goat stables.
How much does that cost?
5 gold.
Okay.
3 morning goat yoga included.
The regular room?
20 gold. It comes with a table.
Bed and breakfast.
I will point out that the 20 gold room, you can squeeze 3 or 4 people in there if you want to share.
I mean, we do have 4 of us right now, because Rosalind is off on her own.
And the bed and breakfast?
30 a room, no more than 2 people occupancy at a room. Children under 2 charge extra.
Bad.
Like a pet deposit.
Yeah. Because they might make a mess, and that's not good.
Oh, there's no might about it. The amount of children that sneak livestock into the bed and breakfast rooms, I've lost count. There's no stopping them. We've just accepted it, and now we charge a deposit.
Is that 20 on top of the discount we get for taking the goat?
No. If you take a goat, you go to 15.
And that's doable.
And
what
for the
4
bed
of
and
us.
breakfast, it goes from 30 to...
25.
Okay.
For the room of the person taking the goat. Because again, only 2 people for that room. There's a list. Do you need the list, or are you just...
I think I'll remember it.
Good on you. Other questions? Pretty sure you still have 1 or 2 to go. Your opening bid was 5.
I think I'm ended up under.
I'll take it.
I cannot remember what those last questions were.
Then I wish you a very good day. Please mind your steps on the path. They can occasionally get slippery. And if there's any activities you wish to book, again, main building.
Thank you.
$15 between 4 of us isn't that bad.
Well,
I do think we should buy some tents soon, though.
yeah. It was okay when it was just me and Keko, because I had the tarp, and I mean, the tarp's a mess now. Can't really use the tarp, but...
Maybe something that we don't rely on Keko to hold up, but, you know.
Yeah.
The ivy.
Yeah. Just made a mess of everything.
I mean, it's not his fault.
No, not Keko. Keko didn't make a mess of everything. Just this ivy business. Just waves his still bandaged hands.
Okay, look, you chose not to get your hands healed. However, I do think we could get some gloves, we could get some scissors, we could trim him up a bit. I know I don't think you normally groom chickens like that, but chickens don't usually grow ivy. We could probably make him moderately safe with upkeep.
Yeah. Probably. And then we'll know when we're getting close, because the ivy will just grow back real quick.
Exactly.
That's so smart. I wish
Probably
I
have
thought of
gloves and
that.
scissors in the gift shop. I wonder how big that gift shop is. If it's got everything.
I wonder how much those gloves cost.
Maybe we should have taken that crocheting class. Could have made some gloves.
Just looks at his hands, and I think that's probably about where we end on that scene.
I mean, how are you going to crochet? You know, this is just pouring salt in the wound, metaphorically.
Yeah.
However, some of your friends are taking a crochet class. And even though Kai is focusing on pants, who knows what Saki is making? Fern, take it away. This is your jam.
Okay, do you all have your sticks?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
And I
Okay.
hold-
You only need one. You only need one stick per person. So it sticks because there's more than one of you. And it has this little hook on the top. Okay. And I made little start for you. And the thing is, with crochet, you take your stick, you stab your work, strangle it, and then pull its guts out. Yeah? Okay. So everyone, stab it, strangle it with the string, and then pull its guts out. It's just fun, but fun. And then you just keep on doing that, and that's your basic crochet stitch. Now, if you want to make a taller stitch, you stab it, struggle it once, decide it's not good enough, strangle it again, pull it through, and then stab it again, strangle it again, and pull it through all of the loops. And then it's better. Fern is a tactical type.
Just trying real hard and just making knots. Just over here making knots, I would guess.
Thing is, crochet is just knots, but more hard. And you just have to think of someone you hate or someone who hurt you, and then you stab them and strangle them and pull it out. And it's like you can just free something.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, I'll hold you, and I'll do the. I don't know. This will show you how freaking old I am. You have the movie Ghost with the clay, you know.
Yeah,
I'll just hug you from behind and help you crochet a bit. And Fern doesn't know this is very weird, but she'll just get extremely close to you and say in a very soft voice, "Yes, yes, like that. Stab it. That's very good."
Jace just looks like
Saki starts
so
to scoot over.
confused.
Saki starts to scoot
about
over
life.
and is like, oh, it's like this. You know, it's kind of like when you pound the hammer into steel, and it's just like this. And I kind of try to a little bit kind of trying to subtly get the messages like, oh, invasion of space, please get away.
That's exactly how it is. Very good. Okay, well, now do it yourself.
I'm trying to do it myself. Probably slightly better, still deeply confused about the nature of crocheting classes.
Can you roll me a Dex Int check to see how you're crocheting?
Oh,
I'll also
shit,
point
I
out that
think
the crocheting classroom, when you entered on the wall, it has a giant crochet hook that looks like it's been used for more than crochet.
Uh-huh.
AKA Fern's weapon of choice is a giant crochet hook.
Dex and Int, you said?
Yes, Dex and Int, please.
7.
Okay.
That's a 4. Like, Saki thinks that she's getting it, but it's...
So Saki's basically just making one long chain,
Yeah.
but it doesn't go anywhere.
You know what?
Right.
That's valid crochet because you can use it to actually strangle your enemies. So you strangled something to strangle something. That's really good.
Jace is
thank
picking
you.
this up, though. Better than expected.
It's the hugging.
Yeah, it was the ghosting that did it.
How long is this class for? Because you know Dave time boxed you.
Okay, so then it's supposed to be 40 minutes, and it's actually 53. And I give them free snacks, which I'm not allowed, but I did anyway, because you can't crochet without snacks.
All right. So for Saki and Jace, these are pretty good snacks. Think farmers market level of good snacks. Like, it's crunchy, everything's well made.
A crudité.
It's for you've been on the road with rations for 2 whole days. But this is nice.
It's like a battered kelp, deep fried.
Yeah. We got a lot of kelp back home. It's great.
Yeah, you do wonder a little bit where she got kelp, considering that you're near a river but otherwise landlocked.
Yeah, it's a new recipe. I think it really works.
Do one of the goats grow kelp? Is that
No, the manatees.
Oh, so they're like real manatees.
I told you that we had a manatee experience.
Well, I mean, we're kind of far from oceans.
It's a fabulous farm.
Like, I know there's a river nearby, but like, how wide and deep is this river? I'm just curious.
Wide and deep enough. They seem to be happy. I
was
got
gonna say, technically, not wide and deep enough. But you haven't seen the manatees, so you don't know if they're happy or not. But like, from what you've been seen on the maps and following this river, you're not entirely. It shouldn't be deep or wide enough.
No, but the people who I get the manatees from, these are my 3rd set of manatees, and they always seem to be happy. No, they don't die. They go back.
Oh,
No, it's like a vacation for them. They too can experience Fern's fabulous farm.
This game's version of an insight check? I mean...
Spirit Int.
Spirit Int. Okay. 8.
8. You don't get the feeling that Fern is into animal abuse, but you do get the sensation that maybe Fern doesn't actually know how everything on her farm works.
It works.
Fern, I actually have a question about the manatees. You said that that they're growing kelp?
Yes.
Have they always grown kelp?
Of course not.
Did they
It
only
started when the goat started.
So it started here.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones I had before never sprouted kelp. They seem really happy though. They're getting so fat because they're eating the kelp of each other.
Wow.
Interesting. I mean, that sounds great for them, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm just perplexed, honestly.
I'm just having so much fun just watching your faces take a journey every time Fern talks.
I made you all certificates.
There's a left turn. Oh,
here are your crochet certificates that say that you know a crochet stitch, which is a really big deal. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
I signed them and everything.
Oh,
and you know my autographs are worth something. So
my first certificate. Like, tuck it away very tenderly.
Okay, I'm going to tend to the shop, and if you need me, you know where to find me, and there's many more activities at Fern's Fabulous Farm you can undertake.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So it took a bit of a walk to get to Dave, talk to Dave, and get back again. So I'm pretty sure Corey and Juniper come looking for you after your crochet class. Unfortunately, Jace is still half pantsless. You crocheted some stuff. You can make like a really cool fringe to at least cover it down to your knees.
It's just like a very crooked little square. Well, like, I'm hoping to get to a sock eventually. Maybe there's like a pattern in the gift shop.
And I show my just like long rope of a crochet stitch, and it's like, well, to be fair, Fern said I could strangle someone with this, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, well, it was a surprisingly violent class, and there was a lot of hugging. I don't know much about crafts, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was really a class or not. Class in the loosest sense of the term. But we
did learn something, and we got a certificate.
And food.
If we want a room, we can all fit into a 15 gold one if we want to do that.
Or if you feel like splurging, B&B rooms are 30.
But they only fit 2.
Yeah.
Does it get cheaper if we take more goats?
Only for the person who takes the goat.
Yes, it's 15 for the mid-tier room because I took a goat. It would be 25 for a room if like I was in the fancy room, or if one of you took another goat.
So out of character, I remember that 2 of us took goats. I just don't remember who.
I took a goat. Did someone else take a goat?
Or had been debating taking a goat.
I know Juniper jumped on it, and then the rest of you was like,
I mean, I
am open to taking a goat.
Yeah, like goats all around.
Corey
goats for everybody.
Goat.
Corey's like, no. I'll take a goat. Okay, what's
the
like
the one character that can keep an animal for free is like, I don't want a goat.
Hey, 2, we have a merchant.
You do have a merchant. True. Sure, here's a fox. All right, so 3 goats.
Ooh. But what is the animal upkeep cost in this economic
so that
situation?
depends. As Lana knows from personal experience, baby animals are actually pretty cheap upkeep-wise. They're easy to travel with. If you're in an area where the animal can kind of sort of forage, they don't actually cost anything. I don't know how much of an impulse buy this is, because adult goats do take a ration a day. Unless you can
But
feed
to be
them,
fair,
like,
these were
stuff
all
you find.
babies.
These are all they're only goats on offer are babies, so they're free for a little while, and then the upkeep starts. Also bearing in mind that some inns charge you for stabling an animal. Some inns might not allow animals at all. I mean, they'd be wrong, but sometimes they don't. And if your goat destroys anything, then the fine goes to you.
This is like a parent explaining all the reasons why we don't need a dog. And it's just like, swoop.
I mean, I have 2 dogs. I know. Who cares, right?
Right.
Sacrifices must be made for the floof.
Jason's still debating, but Will can walk past the baby goat pen and look in.
One of them's on his back legs on the fence, bleeding at you. And the other one's doing parkour off of one of their little sheds that they've got.
Oh my god, they're so.
And none of them are
beautiful.
poison ivy. None of them.
It didn't even cross my mind. I'm obviously just petting them. I learned nothing.
And I never will.
Stay away from
one has
thistle.
ever. A thistle is a little prickly, but there's a few that have actually sprouted little flowers. And yes, I did just post baby goat pictures in our Discord to sway you.
Sure, I'll take a baby goat.
Take a baby goat. Perfect.
And then I turn to Jason. I said, and I will help you take care of it.
Oh, timeshare goat.
It's a baby goat.
Which are you taking, thistle or one of the flowery ones?
Maybe one of the flowery ones. I would look at Sock and be like, why? I feel like thistle's cool, but maybe we don't want another itchy thing.
Yeah, I would, and I just see the way that Jace is petting everything, and I'm like, yeah, I don't. We should definitely take a flower one.
Also, Miss Fern would be very sad to lose Thistle.
That is true. She did make us some lovely thistle tea earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look here.
Do you think any of these goats are medicinal?
I was about to say, so Lana, how would Fern feel about losing Poppy?
Well, Fern would keep them all. But to keep Dave, she has to get rid of some of the goats.
Yep.
And there are always more goats to be had when you have Clover and Viceroy Fuzzy Bottoms.
Yeah, and if your goat herd is in fact a cosplaying noble, he just lets them wander off and come home pregnant.
And they're all sluts.
Oh my god.
So,
not a judgment call.
No, not at all. Just a
goat.
fact.
They're just all sluts.
So
It's genetic, I think.
Poppy could go. Iris could go. We have a Juniper.
Iris
as well.
is technically not a baby because Iris already
Iris
had
not a
3
baby
babies
anymore.
of her own.
That's true.
Yes,
I
we have an actual chart with goat genealogy that we.
I
made
did
for
lose
this
my
game.
chart. Yes,
I have it. I have your chart. Iris had
Marigold?
Ginger, Juniper, and Heather.
That one. Ginger is nice.
Marigold
I
had
took
Poppy,
Ginger.
Hazel, and Sage. And
Sage smells great.
Buttercup
Sage
had
would be
Thistle, Willow,
fuzzy a
Ivy, and
little.
Bramble, but we already said no to Ivy and Bramble because no more
Mhm.
itchy things and also no Thistle. Most of
We had-
Buttercup's children are out.
If we had ginger and sage, we could make such
Ooh,
tasty things.
delicious.
Alright? Ginger and Sage?
I have to say, ginger only grows the leaves. You can't get to the roots.
No.
Just saying. Don't try and get to her roots. Fern will hunt you down with her giant crochet needle.
I think you could still use the leaves for stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. So, which one of you takes sage and which one of you takes ginger?
I'm just holding Sage, and now I'm following Saki around.
I feel like I'm slightly more responsible, and I could probably take ginger.
We've got 2 party goats.
2 party goats.
Big party goats. Just timeshare goats.
Okay. You're carrying around 2 goats. The fox is chilling with the big daddy goat. Where is your chicken at this point, Corey?
I think we left him squatting on his 10 centimeters of land.
Yeah. His land.
Yeah. He is a baron now. Corey will never refer to him as baron. Ever. Smash the patriarchy. Just not happening.
If you want to call him a baroness, he will have to take it. He's a chicken.
It's bad enough that I have to call this chicken Mister to get him to notice anything. Like, no.
What area of this farm are you going to right now? I know it's very tempting to sit down and pet goats for 2 hours, but
No.
God knows I've done it.
I mean, I'm curious about those manatees.
I am curious about those manatees.
What if they're like really sad? It's just like a bummer.
Manatee heist.
Okay.
You keep expecting things to be sinister at Fern's fabulous farm. Why?
I think we've learned to not expect anything with this.
I mean,
If we
that's
think
fair.
we know what's going on, we don't.
Therefore, if we think they're going to be sad, they're going to be ecstatic, and it's going to be fine.
Yeah. It's called subversion of expectations.
Mhm.
We set our expectations super negative, and only good things have to happen, right? That's how it works.
It's the law. That is definitely how that works. All right. Weather's cleared up a bit. So you take the track back towards, it's back towards where Dave was originally, but you have a little sign that just says manatee experience with like a happy little manatee going on the sign.
Fern will see you go there, and she'll say, "Oh God, you're doing it! Yay! Here, take these," and you get like 2 crocheted shopping bags full of lettuce.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Should we still be feeding them the lettuce if they're already eating all the kelp off each other?
Do you want the manatee experience or not?
Well, yes. Like hug the lettuce a little closer with the fox under the other arm. The fox.
No, they're
goat.
whole lettuces,
Big
like
goat.
big bowls. There's a cabbage or 2 in there too, but they're lettuces and cabbages.
All right.
Fair.
Fair enough.
We have
Um,
almost as many animals as we do party members.
I just
Mhm.
absolutely love how Fern is like, here, take the cabbages and the lettuce and go have the experience. Who pay for it? Who cares? This is why your farm is in the red, Fern. Alrighty.
I just want everyone to be happy.
I know it's part of the problem. You head back to this river, to the wonderful manatee experience. There's a little sign that explains what you're supposed to do. There is a clearly underage attendant, which was probably hired because people kept messing up, but they can't pay full wages to someone at this point. And they go, "You've booked the experience. Welcome to Manatee." I'm not supposed to say world anymore. Manatee River. Have you booked the regular package or the deluxe? I ask because I don't see your bracelets.
Regular.
I would have
think
said
regular.
deluxe.
I need the group to reach a consensus before
The
we can begin the
deluxe.
experience. The deluxe
Deluxe.
package. Wonderful. Right this way, please. They rummage in a little box and go, I see you have lost your bracelets. Please wear these for the duration of your stay so other attendees are not confused. And he hands out these little gold and silver crochet bracelets for the deluxe experience. When we reach the river, please remove all footwear so the manatees remain uninjured. We will begin with the regular experience, which involves calling the manatees and feeding them if they are still hungry because they keep eating each other. After the feeding of the manatee experience, we will say goodbye to the lesser people, and the deluxe members will go on and we will attempt a manatee raft ride. All manatee raft rides are dependent on the inclination of the manatees, because honestly, you cannot move a 2-ton animal if it doesn't want to go.
Yep.
So are we riding a raft with the manatee, or is the manatee the raft?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they like that?
Some of them prefer to have a person on them because they don't like pulling the raft. Others prefer pulling the raft, and others are honestly only here to lay in the sun.
Understandable.
Okay.
Good to know they have
Manatee
choices.
vacation.
Yes, the manatees are here on vacation from one of our what Fern likes to call sister farm, but I don't think they consider us a sister farm. But they're down near the swamps, and there they always use the regular manatee rafts as a normal mode of transportation. So the fact that they just get to chill here and occasionally carry a tourist is really very relaxing for them. Please step this way.
Out of curiosity, how many other patrons are here?
None.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get to this little wooden platform. Please remove your footwear here. And there's little shelves where you can leave your feet. Your footwear, sorry.
Hang on, let me pop my foot off.
Different game, I'm sorry. Where you can leave your shoes. For a small surcharge, you can get a little crochet bag to keep your shoes in if that's what you want to do. But you can also just put them on a little shelf. And then before you, there is a group of manatees very much chilling. Just slowly, occasionally just reaching over to eat some kelp off of somebody else's back, basically. Yeah. And he goes, if they are hungry, they will come to you for the cabbage and the lettuce. Please make sure to present the food with an outstretched arm, with a palm up gesture. They don't have teeth, but they are very large. I mean, they sort of have teeth. Booklets on manatee anatomy are available in the gift shop.
Oh. Just learning so much here.
I never seen a manatee before.
These things are large. Like you thought your chicken was large. Large.
No.
Like
lettuce and hold it out in my hands.
You thought my hat was large? My hat is large.
So are they like unnaturally large in the way the chicken is unnaturally large? Like, I think it's oversized and magical?
Or is it more that it's just a manatee is
Manatees
the size of a
are
cow?
the elephants of the water.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like
a regular manatee would be the size of like I don't know if you know what a regular manatee size would be. Just admitted you never saw one before.
Corey wouldn't, but I one of my
Lex
special interests
would.
is animals.
9 to 10
Honestly,
feet
they're
long.
they're not weirdly large for manatees. They're just weirdly large in this setting, right? Because it's a farm with manatees.
Yeah.
It's like it's in a bathtub instead of a big open water. It's just
They do actually look pretty chill. If you want to get a feeling on whether or not anything here is weird or magical, if they're unhappy, that would be Spirit Int again, because that's just what I've designated as an inside role in this game.
Alright, let's give it a shot again. Ooh, 4.
Solid 4.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
Very nice. So
7.
Jace is mainly just really distracted because manatees do start coming over. Like if you eat kelp all day and suddenly someone offers you lettuce, why not go have the lettuce? So you're just swarmed by manatees that are trying to chomp on that cabbage and that lettuce.
I get scared the way like a little kid does when they do one of those experiences. Back out of the water really fast.
Yeah. They're very cute. They don't, again, I don't know if slobber is the word because they don't really drool, but there is like really wet chewing sounds, right? Corey, the manatees look chill. They look healthy. They look pretty happy, which makes technically no sense because this river should be too small for them. You know, they normally live in pretty large mangroves, and if they're used to in the more southern areas of this country, they're used for like long haul swamp river travel. But the water here, compared to the rest of the river, is flowing differently, and it's a slightly different color, and it's a different temperature. And it's a very specific area of the river that is like that.
You'll just see Corey going from like hand in the water in one spot, just kind of blank expression, stands up, goes, sticks hand in a different spot. Same blank expression, no indication of a single thought between those ears. But he is thinking.
That's
clear.
Fair. Yeah, you have a lot of time. At least it feels like a lot of time to spend with these manatees. You normally you can pet them, but in this case they have a lot of kelp growing on them, so it'd be more like running your hand through wet kelp. And if that's a sensory experience you would enjoy, feel free to. The teenage attendant just backs away a little, like they're not into kelp. If you feel like you have had sufficient bonding time with the mammal, we can begin our tour. Is there anyone who would prefer a raft over a manatee?
I think I'd like a raft.
Corey for a minute forgets that he has bandages on his hand and goes to like kind of pet / try and, you know how like when you've got an animal that's got overgrown like fur and you're just trying to get under that to scratch their skin properly? That's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
I don't know how well it works out. It just, that's what
you can get your hand there and you can the scratching motion. It just your bandages it could just get really gross and soggy, and there's just a little bit of slime on them. The manatee seems appreciative. So 1 raft and 3 manatees?
I think so, yeah.
If
Yes.
the person on the raft would like to follow me first so I can get you situated, and then I will help your friends. And this, they have little 1-person rafts. We'd call them stand-up paddle boards. And one of the manatees, like they don't have like a harness or anything. They just hold a rope in their mouths. So whenever they decide they don't want to do this anymore, they can just quit. And the raft just gets attached to a little rope. And they're like, okay, if you're very brave and coordinated, you can consider standing. I normally recommend sitting for a more relaxing experience on the river.
I will probably sit. Thank you.
Excellent. Then if the three of you, these are the manatees that have indicated that they would like some exercise today. And three manatees that do not look like they desire to exercise at all are ready near a little dock. And they have a little blanket on their back for you to sit on and hold on to. Normally, I'd say keep hands and feet inside the blanket, but if you want to hold on to the kelp, I guess you can.
Unpleasant, but thank you.
Is this like a circle, like a lazy river situation where they go around a thing?
They go to a certain turning point where there is a water feature and then come back here. For the
Jason's gonna be a baby and sit out because they got a little bit scared of the manatees and now they're like, no, I don't want to touch them.
Oh, come on.
Would you like a raft instead?
Well, I don't want to bother them either.
You see Juniper floating by on a little stand-up paddleboard. The weight of the paddleboard in Juniper is completely insignificant to this manatee. You get the feeling that your presence in no way impacts them.
Okay, I'll take a raft.
Right this way. You get a little stand-up paddleboard.
Like sniffling.
The attendant goes, would it help if you could pick the color of your raft? Would that make you feel better?
No, I think it's all right if it's just whatever one's easiest for you to get.
Okay, we'll just grab the top one. And you get a cute little pink raft. All right. Is everyone situated correctly?
Yes.
I think so.
Wonderful. And he just claps his hands and the manatee set off down this river. Yeah, exactly what Fern is miming. It's not a particularly fast pace. There's a lot, like, they kick off, float a while, kick off, float a while. It's actually very, very chill. Corey, on that 11 you had earlier, that weird effect on the water seems to be traveling with you.
Does it make the water warmer than the surrounding? Like what it's supposed to be at this time of year? Okay.
Yes. It makes it more like the water that they would normally live in.
Okay. That makes sense.
And it slows the flow of the water a little bit.
It's nice.
This is so cool.
Jace, how are you holding up?
If there's like, I assume it's a very calm ride, so now I'm just like back to being like, it's fine. But if there's like ever a weird bump, I'm just like a little weird sniffle.
That's probably fair. Saki?
She's gotten used to once you get past the slime, it's actually quite pleasant. But yeah, she's having a good time. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't not.
You couldn't help yourself.
Yeah. And she says, in some places, the people use kelp as a way to moisturize their skin and stuff. So I'm sure my hands are appreciating this.
Oh, really?
I don't know. That's what I'm telling myself. It's more to make myself feel better.
A question that just popped into my mind. Where are Ginger and Sage at this point? Did we put baby goats on the manatee ride?
No, I feel like I would have left them at the stable.
Okay. With a little note, have been adopted, will be collected later.
Yeah. I feel like I took some of my crochet robe and made and put it like a little collar around them.
Your little crochet garrote.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if wiser people said that, I would leave the goat at the stable as well.
I'm pretty sure Saki and Juniper went, don't bring the goat to the manatee ride.
Okay. Little kid putting the puppy back.
We left them with little gift receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've also...
I have a feeling they wouldn't like the swampiness of it.
I mean, they probably would have been chewing kelp most of the way, or do one of those, you know how toddlers have no sense of self-preservation? It's like neither do goats, so at some point they would have just like done this kick-off jump just to see if they could and ended up in the water.
Also, I would like to say, like, on the sides of the little river thingy, you have these really big boards with, like, drawings of Fern pointing at crochet piece, holding up a manatee anatomy book, and see us in the gift shop.
There's also little, I say little, fairly large signs that give like highlights of Fern's fabulous adventures, and detailing her own river journey on a manatee raft that took many days and nights, but led her to seeing the ocean for the first time. And you figure out that every weird experience on this farm is probably based on something Fern saw or did during her adventuring time. So it takes a few minutes of just chilling on this river. Very zen, very cool. And in the distance, you start seeing what the teenage attendant referred to as the water feature. It's like a larger bay in the river, where there's this... I think we're going to have to call it an island, but it shouldn't be big enough. It's not big enough to technically be an island, like a rocky outcropping, with two very out of place looking trees on it. And you feel the manatees, like they know the way. They start leaning right to do like their lap around this rocky bit with this tree. And then somewhere midway through their little turn, their little corner, you suddenly hear this scream, right? This child screaming, as you suddenly notice a small figure hanging in the tree, going, as what looks to be a oversized crocodile is jumping up out of the water, snapping at this child's feet. What do you do?
Chase probably fell off their raft at the scream of this child. Personally.
I just
Chase
like
down.
I say to no one in particular, but I feel like I'm looking at a sign of Fern. You didn't tell us there were crocodiles here. Like, I feel like that should have been thing number one. And I just
Okay, you're yelling at Fern's sign. Jace is in the water.
But yeah, I feel like I would definitely be like, yeehaw, and then just slowly go my way.
Ride your steed into battle at like 4 miles per 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. Juniper?
I mean, I'm probably gonna try to get my little raft closer if the manatee will take me. So maybe we can get the kid on the raft.
Okay. Do you ask your manatee to let go of the rope so you can like paddle with your hands, or are you convincing your manatee to move?
I'm gonna try to convince the manatee so there's a little bit more guidance to my raft.
Okay. The manatee literally sighs at you, but the manatee doesn't necessarily want to get eaten by a crocodile, right? You're convincing a herbivore to go face a very large predator. Did you like bring extra lettuce and cabbage? Like the manatee isn't particular. It slowly starts moving in that direction, but you get the feeling that there is an absolute limit to how close this animal's going to get. The child has switched to screaming at you. Help me! I can see you with the rafts. Please come help me.
Jace is starting to swim for the island in an absolute bid to fight this alligator.
I absolutely love this. Can Jace swim?
Well, yeah, they grew up in a sea town. I assume that they could swim.
I mean, considering the amount of sailors that couldn't swim back in the days, it never hurts to ask. But
Yeah.
perfect. If you say Jace can swim, Jace can swim.
Okay.
And if you say Jace can swim well, you're probably going to be there before Juniper because again, the manatee not very motivated at this point to go be dinner. Saki's still yelling at a sign. Jace, you swim, right? You swim hard, you swim fast. And as you get closer, yeah, that's not a real crocodile. And that's not a real child. The crocodile snaps 2 more times, and the animatronic leans back down on a rock. Jumps up, snap, snap. Leans back down. And as you get close enough, Saki, your manatee has just continued the circle. You get to the next sign that says, Fern's fabulous dinner encounter, and details the story of when Fern and her party saved a child from a crocodile that they named Dinner because they ended up eating it and taking its skin.
They named the child?
Delicious.
Dinner?
No. The crocodile.
Now
The child
It
was
was-
saved, the crocodile became dinner.
Okay, I did have
And-
a moment
yeah,
where I'm reading the
and-
sign, I'm like, wait, they've ate the child?
No. And
Sarah, you're
obviously,
very stressed right now. It would make sense
Right.
you read it wrong the first time.
the next sign says crocodile jerky for sale in the gift shop.
In the gift shop.
This place is really unsettling. I like
now that the manatee that Saki is on has passed the sign that explains the encounter, all the animatronics have stopped moving, and there's no more screaming.
That was too lifelike.
If Jace is still in the water, Corey's gonna kind of reach an arm out because, I
would have I would have got back in the water to try and get back to my board, but I also feel like I would have just kind of started swimming in the general direction of back because I'm I hate it here.
Your manatee with this little raft is just sort of swimming alongside you at this point. If you don't want to get on, that's fine with them.
I boogie board it.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. You're not the first group that has found this dinner experience to be too lifelike. Every time someone complains about it, considers it a compliment. And just keeps it as is. You come back to the little boat shed where you can disembark, collect your footwear. Teenage attendant takes one look at Jace and goes, Was it the animatronic?
Yeah, what? I mean, crocodile by
Isn't
itself
it
would have been
great?
cool.
Oh man, the first time those animatronics came, so lifelike.
Why the screaming child? I just feel like maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much.
He just hands you this little comment card that says, "Please fill out the customer's experience card."
That's absolutely fair.
I only work here, sir. Ma'am, person, I'm sorry. I don't like it when people get mad at me about the experience.
I'm not
collect
mad at you.
shoes and
It's
I
just
only check
very
bracelets
scary.
and I've only been
Oh
here
no,
for
and then
3
I come
months.
and I hug the attendant and I'm like, it's okay.
I was just checking to make sure your experience lived up to your expectations and I didn't make you mad. And one of your customers said I needed a job.
I'm sorry. And I
You're
just,
doing
jog
a
away.
fabulous job.
Saki's reassuring the child, and I'm reassuring Jace.
Oh God.
I'm sorry you didn't enjoy your afternoon.
I'm the worst one here.
It's okay. I just have a lot of feelings. And I don't like this job very much at all.
I mean, that's fair. It seems like it'd be stressful constantly getting yelled at by people who just had the absolute crap scared out of them.
I just wanted to hang out with the manatees.
That's fair.
But the ride was pleasant until then. Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
it
maybe
was really
just
fine.
like unplug those guys. Just unplug
Or,
them.
just
Just
maybe
the
tell people
child.
up
The
front.
screaming child.
Yeah.
Unplug that one.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Dave.
Corey's gonna try and play some kind of upbeat tune to help cheer everybody up because that Corey had a good time minus the your minor stare, but this. Come on. Everybody,
All right, roll for upbeat tune and see if you can fix the crying teenager.
Should I roll spirit and what?
It should say on your gerb.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Because I think this is one of your gerbs.
It is. Hang on, I forgot the thing. I clicked the wrong thing. I was like, that can't be right. It is not on that. Yeah, ducks and spirit. 1 second. 10 in total.
10 in
Or,
total.
sorry, 9 in total, because it's
9
minus
in
1.
I mean, it's enough to at least stop most of the tears. They just sort of go, I'll take your customer concern cards now.
Now I feel not good.
There is a little section where you can rate the attendance separately from rating the experience.
I take that and I just do 5 stars on the
Yes.
Thank you. I hope you have a lovely day.
Hope yours goes better.
Thank you. I'm just gonna chill with humanity for a while. They don't
They are
judge,
very sweet.
They really are. And they literally just go and sit with the manatees. Just pat one.
I'm just imagining floating in a pool. With
Pretty
a
much.
manatee.
Yeah, pretty much. Just butt down in the water, legs in the water.
That would be the life, though. Vibe with a manatee.
Apart from the customer service facing part of your position.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not talking about this kid's job. I mean, just literally just vibing with a manatee.
That is entirely fair. Yes. Alrighty. You've had your manatee experience. I hope at least you're now convinced that the manatees aren't being mistreated. We'll leave it to the employees. Where do you want to head? Head. We are approaching late afternoon with how long you've been here. You've done a fair amount of work. This farm is huge. So you're going to spend a solid 40 minutes walking back if you're heading to the main building.
So, I don't remember as a player, but I think it was mentioned. Was there a sign near the main building that laid out how much everything cost?
No, but there's you can collect a little list inside.
Okay.
Because it's to go, right? You don't always want to
Yeah.
go back to the building checks. You can get a little to go brochure.
Okay. Then yeah, that's where Corey's headed because eventually we gotta go collect Keko and also we just kind of stole an experience without paying for it.
Well, I mean, we are helping them with their goat problem, so I think it was maybe just a down payment. Plus, it was scary.
Also, is it stealing if they just kind of gave it to us?
But they had that whole argument about not just giving away stuff for free.
Well, I mean, we could just not tell Dave.
I just want to know how much it was supposed to be.
That's
I don't think you do. I get the feeling
some things
manatee rides are expensive.
Some things are best left unturned.
Oh. Feels scuzzy.
I mean, I feel scuzzy after being in that manatee poop water, so maybe we see how much a bath is. 'Cause I'm sure they charge for those too. And check out the gift shop, or do we have to do that on the exit? Okay.
I break away from the group for just a second, and I want to try to track down that ivy dragon again.
You know where it lives?
Yep.
It put its roots down near the stables? Near the apiary?
So I slowly approach it, and I dig out my pack, and I show them the pickaxe with the symbol, and just see how they react to it.
They have a little look over. They don't really like reach out. It's a pretty stationary dragon, if that makes sense. It's not like full of movement and motion, but it does sort of rustle some of its leaves a little bit.
Is that good? And I say to it, I was like, is that good or bad?
It mainly roll spirit int. Or spirit if that's better for you.
Spirit int's better. 5.
5. It seems sad that it's broken. Like you're showing it something that used to have meaning and now it's in pieces. It's a sad thing.
I'm trying to fix it. But I
That
need
gives
to know
that
where
now.
to go.
As soon as you say I'm here to, like I'm trying to fix it, gives like a happy little rustle.
I just need to know where to go if I'm on the right path.
So as soon as you say that, I need to know where to go. This ivy dragon sort of isolates itself from his ivy a little more, and the leaves along what you think is its back turn from green to this really bright purple with like red tips.
Ooh. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it will make sense to me.
He just
Thank
looks
you.
very pleased with the information it's imparted on you. It just looks there. I helped.
Thank you so much. And I bow to it, and I head back with the rest of the group then. And I just kind of keep that in mind. I was like, that means something. But I've never quite seen anything quite like that before.
As your is there anything else you want to do on your own, Saki? Before
No, that was it. I just wanted to talk to the dragon.
Perfect. The rest of you, you're heading back towards this main building, mainly so you can get a price list, maybe, depending on consciousness and moral conundrums. As you're heading back there, you come along this. What's the best word? I'm going to use a real life term to describe this: an Instagram wall. Carefully curated plants, a light up sign placed exactly to catch like golden hour on your face, so you look just as fabulous as you possibly could be. A very large Fern's Farm logo made out of other plants. Perfect little seating. You can pick. You have like a little industrial set. You have a little frilly set. So whatever is your vibe of the day, you can pick. And on the frilly set, you find Fern discussing how she is going to deal with this Neko goblin that is across from her. And for the rest of you, Neko goblins are these cat-like monster creatures that normally are thieves and bandits and just trouble. But here's one sitting across from Fern in deep, deep conversation. And that is where we're going to go to break. And you can deal with whatever is happening over there in 10 to 15 minutes. See you guys soon. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets. Hello and welcome back to Ryuutama, Beastly Botanicals, where my party is on Fern's Fabulous Farm, having just done the manatee experience, which was actually a little more than they bargained for. Jace, soaking wet, one pants leg, one booty short, adopted a goat with Saki as their responsible, level-headed backup to hopefully prevent injury and other tragedy happening to this goat. Or this goat causing tragedy to others. Juniper has a fox who is currently bonding with the head goat of the farm, has also adopted a baby goat. Fortunately, both baby goats were left at the stables before the party went on their little manatee experience. Manatee experience, very magical, literally, because the water didn't make any sense, but the only one who noticed was Corey, who pulled a very blank face and moved on with their lives. After the manatee experience, they made the teenage attendant cry by being Karens, then cheered the teenage attendant back up with a jaunty tune and a 5-star rating on the customer review cards, and they are currently heading back to the main building where they will meet up with Saki, who briefly sped away. On the way to the main building, there was a small discussion whether or not the fact that they lied to the teenager to get the deluxe experience for free is a problem that needs to be rectified, or just something that happened and we can just move on from. Juniper, yes, Lex.
I would like to note that for all of y'all that heard that song, you get a +1 to your next roll.
Ooh, does it count for the teenager as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully they have a better day.
It started off pretty nice, okay? But then this weird person yelled at them.
Well, I mean, they were scared and just.
Well, so was the teenager at the end.
Okay, so like everyone was scared.
So they were coming up to me and the cat-looking thing, right?
Yes, just as they were walking back up to the main farmhouse, they came up to a scene that was lovingly described as an Instagram wall featuring Fern's Fabulous Farm's logo in like succulents and greenery, and Fern discussing what looks to be like posing suggestions with a Kaneko goblin.
Okay, but like, you remember the other sign? I'm just going to be like, I'm pointing, and then you have to like draw a little dragon, and then put like a dragon beyond. Please do not disturb, but enjoy, and then make my dress with all like ivy on it. Yes, okay, and I'll go like this.
Push forward. Yes. Do we want the hair to blend into the ivy dress, or are we?
No, we're swooping. We're swooping.
Like
yes,
on,
like a wind is blowing. Yes.
Yes, like on the apiary sign. Yes.
Of course.
Perfect. Okay, so we have a swoop. We have ivy. As we have the point. The point is extra. Yes. Hands are terrible to draw. Not yours particular. All hands.
Of course, no problem. We have budget for this. Okay.
Are we pointing down or up?
Up to the side, so I can put like the sign a little bit up into the side, so I can put it before where the dragon is living, and then dragon beyond, do not disturb, but enjoy.
All camel case caps.
A little bit like Art Deco-ish, like the
Because you gave me
Organic.
brand, you gave me brand specifications, and none of what you're saying follows your own brand specifications.
You'll make it work. You always do.
This is true. I will upcharge.
Oh,
And he
also,
starts sketching you.
yeah, and we have people staying, so maybe you can do some portraits. But they'll do the money with you things.
Please pose. Catch your light. Find your light. Push forward. Perfect. Hold. And he starts going back into your sketchbook.
That's not normal, right? That's a perfect opportunity to go into the main house and find one of those sheets for how much a bath and other things are.
Mm-hmm.
Lana, they walk by you. Should you want to drop your pose? The Nico Goblin is still sketching you.
He can
he
also
keeps-
sketch you. It's very cool. You can buy tokens with Dave.
Is this Nico Goblin like a thing that we should be concerned about? Like, as a general person in this world, do I know what this is?
As a general person in this world, you absolutely know that Nico Goblins are usually big trouble. But this one seems to have taken more of an artistic bend.
Gainfully employed.
I'm just like sidling past him and like keeping my eyes on him as I like walk backwards.
Yeah, it is very
along
much
the
a
road.
mind your purses normally around Nico Goblins. You do get the sense, even for Jace, right? The sketch looks good, and if he did all the other signage, these are very well drawn signs. Like the lettering is, he's clearly a better drawer than a hand letterer. But with all the knowledge you've gained on this farm so far, you have the distinct impression that this Nico Goblin, when he says, "I'll upcharge," he's fleecing Fern, most likely. But Fern doesn't mind, so is it really a problem?
At the golden hour, it's the best. Dave can sell you tokens.
As you go into the farmhouse and you grab this list of services that are offered, there is indeed a little subheading that says Nico Goblin Painter. Apparently, this little Nico Goblin stops by here once a week around golden hour, and you can have your portrait drawn at the wall if that's what you want to do. The manatee experience is 5 gold a person, normally, 7 for the deluxe.
And baths.
A bath. I mean, again, there's list. Are we talking, like, if you just want to dip in a river, that's technically free.
There's herbal baths.
There's herbal baths, there's steam baths, there's what they lovingly call, again, the authentic experience, which is basically a cold bath that you share.
Rustic.
No, rustic is the warm bath, and the first person pays extra, but then the water gets reused for the next people, so the further down the line you are, the cheaper it gets.
That's grimy.
It's
No,
traditional.
it's authentic. Traditional. Yeah.
There's also just a full-on spa package, but then we're talking 50 gold.
Oh, what's the herbal bath?
The herbal bath.
Seasonal herbs, gently stewed, and then gradually added to perfectly tepid water.
Yes.
Yes,
So-
tepid. If you want it hot, it's an upcharge. Dave thought of that.
So,
How much is that upcharge?
I don't know. Dave does that.
It's on the
Price
list.
and charge.
A proper hot bath, just for you, with all the herbs and everything, is 60 gold. That gives you no status effects. If you're like actually injured and you want a healing bath, then we're talking a solid 100 golds. But then you do get 2 d8 HP back. The 60 gold one just smells real good and helps you sleep at night.
It opens up the sinuses a bit.
Is it a thing where it's like, is it cheaper if we share a bath? I hate to ask this, but
Absolutely. Like you pay for the bath. If you want to cram 4 people in that bath, that is fine. It's gonna be cozy. Probably 2 a bath is doable if you do like facing each other. 4 a bath is gonna be a little like there wouldn't be a lot of water in there with you.
Oh my god. Do you sell natural, nice smelling soaps?
Of course. Told you about this last time. We had a honey beeswax soap. I'm not here, but you can hear Fern say this in your brain. Of course.
Of course. Like to be fair, I have to stop saying to be fair. But in this case, for the soaps and everything that lathers, you don't have to go to the gift shop. They're available at the bathhouse. And you can pick between like just a regular bar of soap, which is free.
It's all honey goat.
There is complimentary soaps, but then we're talking like it's this size, right? It's one of those hotel bar size.
Hotel soap.
Yeah. But then all the fancy stuff is extra. But it's in everybody's best interest for you to not smell like you recently got dunked.
And they're all the basic soap is all goat's milk and honey based. So it's a really good base soap. Let's be honest.
There's also soaps that are from the names of them made from what was recently harvested from your goats, because there's some nice sage smelling. There's also a eucalyptus soap. You haven't seen a eucalyptus goat yet, so you're a little you don't know what grew this.
I've really diversified lately.
Dave is pleased. You're still in debt.
There's also kelp scrub.
So about how much do those cost? Like, are we talking like 5 gold, 10 gold, 15 gold?
Separate soaps, like soft soap, hard soap, is separate. Like a single soap unit is 2 gold, and then you can go up to like scrubs, gift baskets, extra soft towels. Honestly, you could spend a fortune here if you wanted to, but for a solid 5 gold, you have a nice smelling experience if you get a hot bath, because everything smells less nice when you're in a cold bath.
Yeah.
Tepid.
But there's also the cold bath option if you want to be extra cheap, or if you want to go a really cold bath. There are ice baths, but those are also an experience. They're called the Crystal Chime experience. Crystal Chime is, of course, high in the mountains, and though they're technically a hot pool area, the idea is that after you get out of their hot tents and their saunas, you jump in the frozen water. So there are ice baths if you want to do the Crystal Chime experience.
One tepid bath, please.
All right, one tepid bath.
Counting out.
Corey wants a hot bath.
One hot bath.
In fact, wait. You said 5 gold gets you soap and hot bath, or not hot bath?
Not hot bath. The hot bath was like a solid 30.
Okay.
But you can group share. Like if you want 2 people to a bath, you can get 2 people in a hot bath.
And Corey is from a place where communal baths are a thing, so like he'll gladly spend on the hot bath if anyone wants to share. I don't know that anyone would, but
Probably just go with the $5 tepid bath.
Tepid bath, hot bath. Saki?
I'll share for the hot bath. I'll do 10, what is it then? 25 gold for a hot bath and soap and stuff. If we're splitting it. All right. Yeah, sure.
You get into your nice hot baths. You can glance to the side where a little down the way of the bathhouse, the tepid bath. They're also like in a less nice area of the bathhouse. Still, everything here smells great, considering you all smell like a river and manatee and kelp and chicken and goat.
yeah.
You're washing off a lot of animal scents.
Yeah, I'm taking a tepid bath as well.
Okay. Corey, this place is amazing. The water is hot. The steam is clearing your sinuses. One of these soaps is actually doing really well for some of these blisters on your hands.
This is so nice. It's almost as nice as the ones back home. Not quite. But at least don't smell like roses. Higher roses.
Roses. No, nothing here smells like roses. 3 separate tepid baths. Still, though, sort of the similar. If you wanted to shout at each other, you could. But if you just want to bathe in peace, that is perfectly arranged here. And you can all get out whenever you want. There are no refills on the water, so once it cools, you're done.
There is, however, with every bath, there is a small hand-crocheted washcloth with a little tag on it with pattern available.
In the gift shop.
They do really exfoliate quite well.
They do. They're pretty cute, actually.
Yeah, just casually. Just takes time. Scrub all the last couple days of travel off. Hopefully scrub some of these blister calluses off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're starting to heal over now that you're not constantly re-exposing yourself to Keiko's leaves. It does feel weird to admit your chicken has leaves. But with the bandages and the extra care you're taking, they are starting to heal. Anyone else doing anything weird in your baths? Gotta ask.
Define weird.
We don't offer that.
No.
Things that don't involve just scrubbing and chilling.
I don't know if Jace considers chit-chat in the bath weird. Corey does not. Because we're splitting a bath, right? No. You're taking after me? I don't know how this is working.
Jace is taking a tepid bath.
Okay.
In the cheaper area.
Okay, never mind.
I think Saki said they'd split, but then decided on a tepid bath in the end as well.
I said I would split, but I also was having an internet problem for a moment, so I was like, I don't know what got through.
Fair enough. I saw you drop out of alchemy. I was like, I think.
Yeah, I was like, I need less music and more video power.
That's perfectly fair. In that case, Jace and Corey are splitting a nice, cozy hot bath, and I don't know why this scene is suddenly so loud.
Very loud.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
The jams.
That's always, when you go to a spa and they think it's going to soothe you and the music is so annoying.
I will point out, Lana, if it's too loud for you personally, you can turn the volume down in alchemy on your personal level.
I did that.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna turn it off because it's too loud. There we go. But yes, chit chat in the bath.
Yeah, and the chit chat is mostly things like, I feel a little silly because I was gonna try and catch that animatronic crocodile in some thorny vines, and that would have been real embarrassing.
Well, I also was going to attack it and try and murder it heroically.
Have you ever wrestled a crocodile before?
Well, we don't really have crocodiles where I'm from, so no. Also, I know I seem really brave, but I don't like fighting very much. I just want to... Anyway, no, I have not wrestled a crocodile is the answer to that question.
Yeah, fighting can be scary. I don't much like it either.
Yeah.
But at least you've got a really cool weapon to fight with. I got magic in my bare hands.
I mean, magic seems pretty cool, though.
Sometimes. I guess.
I mean, but you could use it for not fighting stuff. I can't really use this sword for anything but. Well, you could, but it'd dull it, so.
One day when I'm good at magic, I hope I can do stuff like they was doing in the water there, because this is different there than the other parts of the river. It's real cool.
Do you think they like enchant the manatees so the water just goes with them everywhere? Seems like a lot of magic.
That would be really neat. Or maybe the manatees have something with them that does it. Or maybe the manatees just magic. I don't know.
Yeah, they could be. I mean, they're having a grand time in a weird little river pool, which...
Manatee vacation pool.
Yeah. Like, how do they get here? Like, do they just like teleport here? I'm still kind of stuck on that because, like, you
maybe
get
they
them
have a big like cart with a aquarium in it, and they put a manatee in each, and they wheel it along. I don't know.
That would be so heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe the water that's around them just goes with them, so they can just like plop them in a normal cart and take them along. The water's just around them.
Corey's just imagining this cube of water with a manatee in it.
Yeah. Water cubes. The ultimate magic.
Just looking at his hands again like, whoa, can I do that one day? The answer is
Dream
no,
big.
We'll never be able to do that.
I mean, you've heard of some pretty wild magic when you get to like the higher levels of magic.
When you get to be like super top wizard of your super top wizard cattle or whatever the fuck.
Basically. I mean, you've heard of people making houses just with magic.
And that would be really cool.
Rainbow bridges with magic. So there's lots of things possible.
Mm-hmm.
Any other chit chat during bath time? Again, Saki and Juniper are not in the same bath, but if you shout, they can hear each other.
I feel like we'd really get stuck on manatees for a while there. Yeah.
Everyone's going to be real stuck on manatees for a while. I mean, that is fair. Again, though, no refills, so the water does cool down eventually. The hot bath turns into a tepid bath, and the tepid bath turns into a cold bath.
You get out at tepid, for sure.
Yeah.
You get out at tepid. Towels, again, pretty scratchy. The soft ones were extra.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's
Not as good as back home.
It's good for exfoliating. Okay. Baths had. Goat smells washed off. Definitely evening time at this point. You got rooms, so no need for a camping check. Is there anything in particular you want to do before you head to bed?
I think I just want to collect Benny because I want him to sleep in the room with me instead of out with the goat.
Fair. You find Benny already curled up with some goats, so you're going to have to extricate him.
I'm gonna try to do so really carefully so I don't like wake him up. Like when you try to like scoop up a cat when they're still like in their little ball.
Mm-hmm. I imagine you've done that with Benny before, so he just sort of smells it's you and goes, okay.
Just
Plus that little
cart him to
tail
my room.
twitch. Okay. Benny collected. Baby goats left in the barn. Chicken? Question mark?
So Corey's gonna go and like try and make sure that Keko is nice and settled in wherever Keko has decided to bed down, because I know that bird has picked a spot, and good luck.
Probably on his own patch of land.
Probably, which is nice because that means I know where to find him.
Baron Gecko is indeed on his land. Some of the farm hands have like put a little feeder in front of him, so if he wants to eat, he doesn't have to move too far. Because they tried moving him before, judging by the tracks on the ground and the chicken claws that have been dug into the soil a little bit, and clearly they just went. We're used to dealing with weird animals. Just put the food down and walk away backwards slowly.
Yeah. So Corey gets there, sees the environmental storytelling, goes, well, I guess you had a good day.
He looks obnoxiously pleased with himself.
Well, here you go. Corey's going to set up the tarp just in case it rains. He doesn't expect it to, but just in case, he's going to set it up over top of Keko and the food stuff. And, if Keko still has, like, the crate and stuff on his back, Corey's going to do his best not to touch those scratchy leaves, but, take that down, get him nice and comfy.
Roll Dex. With Dex.
Okay.
Sorry.
Come on, Corey. You just had a bath.
Do you get the +1 yourself as well? You heard your own song.
That's a good question. Regardless, that is an 11.
Okay, so you do manage to avoid, I was going to say the chicken juices, but just the sap. You avoid the sap. Right, there's that, and you have a good night, Mr. Keko. Just kind of pats him on the beak. And yep, he just settles into his own feathers, or what's left of the feathers, with a loud rustling noise as all the ivy leaves clatter together. Fern, your portrait, the rough sketch is done. As always, he'll do the details in his workshop because, it has to be put on signage. And he'll deliver it next week.
I'm sorry none of the visitors came for a portrait.
Not a worry. I'll be back here next week to sketch the other tourists.
That's so cool. How's your free work going? Any sales?
No.
Oh.
Someone nearly bought one, and then they realized that dogs don't actually have 7 legs or 8 eyes, and they put it back.
If they
like artistic liberties. It is the spirit of a dog.
If you want to look at a dog, look at a dog. You make art, sweetheart.
Apparently it's unsettling, disconcerting, and creepy.
I don't understand.
But it's how I feel when I look at a dog.
It's what some people say about my manatee experience, and I think it's wonderful.
Yes. Just dogs are terrifying.
They are.
And this is just what I feel. Anyway, I appreciate your continued patronage. I will send the invoice to Dave.
Yeah. If he gives you any trouble, I can't help that.
I'll work it out with Dave.
Okay. See you next week. Bye.
He packs up, puts like an invoice on the counter in the main farmhouse on like a stack of other invoices, and takes his traveling paint kit back on the road.
Oh, here is a little baggie of the crocodile jerky.
I love crocodile jerky.
I know. Don't tell Dave.
It's pretty much gone before it leaves the building. Is our adventuring party ready for bed?
Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been an exciting day.
Big day.
Adventures at Fern's Fabulous Farm.
And before Corey goes to bed, I don't know where he's gonna put it. I don't know if there's a tip jar or put your money here to pay for your experiences at the main farmhouse, but he is gonna pay the 7 gold for the manatee experience.
There's just a tip jar, for spare change, as they put it.
Yeah, just that's where that's gonna go.
If you put the 7 gold in there, with your bracelet, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You're all splitting one room.
I think so.
Plenty of comfortable beds. You don't have to make a camping check. You all just recover however much you still needed to recover. And you have a very peaceful night. It is a little on the short side because dawn-ish, like this is a working farm, dawn-ish, things get loud, like buckets of feed clanging, goats bleating. There is the sound of an angry chicken nearby-ish. But around dawn, everybody gets up.
And with them, Corey also gets up because this is normal.
Excellent. Please roll a condition check for today.
Ooh.
And while you do that, you also hear Fern yelling, "Oh, not again! Dave, we have more babies!"
Oh no. Just got rid of 2 of them.
I'm sorry. I have to talk to Bartholomew. He keeps getting girls out. And they all come back pregnant.
God.
How is the condition check looking?
13.
Oh, that is very good.
No,
Got a
better than
9.
yesterday. I'm still at a 6.
I mean, you've done worse.
I have done worse.
Juniper?
9.
9. Okay.
12.
12. Very nice.
12.
Man, those beds did us a world of good.
They really did. Corey / Lex. So it's reasonably expected that you will be traveling today.
Mm-hmm.
A 6 is a dangerous number.
Yeah.
You have fumble points in your pool. If you want to add 1 or 2 points, you have to talk about it with the party if they'll let you use those points. But a 6 makes you vulnerable to literally every condition in the book.
Yeah.
And an 8 puts you ahead of the most likely ones. Right? It makes you less likely to break a leg.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm going to ask y'all, would you rather, may I use the fumble points? And if yes, would you rather I use a re-roll instead?
Valid question. You have 2 fumble points and 2 rerolls.
Is there one that's low enough where, like, statistically the reroll is gonna get you there without using fumble points?
Statistically, if she uses both fumble points, she's better off than risking a reroll.
Okay.
Because then you have for sure an 8, and most things have a cutoff of 7 or 8. Like in the terrain you're currently going in, right? The more dangerous the terrain, the more the higher your condition has to be. But you're looking at like woods, fields. There's no extreme weather conditions. So with an 8, you're most likely good.
I would say fumble points, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what I'm going to do is, hang on, let me look at something real quick. Yeah, no, okay. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to use both of those fumble points, because the other thing I was looking at is temporary and does not help me.
Okay. Both fumble points gone, 2 rerolls remain. You took a room, but not necessarily breakfast. So either Mark, I think, if Saki and Jace want to coast on the snacks they had at crochet class, I'll let you get away without marking a ration. Otherwise, Juniper and Corey have to either mark a ration or pay for breakfast/dinner. Because the economy.
Would paying for breakfast also cover like the rations for today then?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we have a Fern's beautiful breakfast pack or a Fern's perfect picnic pack?
Many options.
How much are they?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Once there's a reason there's like laminated cards everywhere. Like Fern is no longer allowed to set the price for anything. The picnic pack actually comes with a little basket if you want to like take it out onto the farm and eat with the manatees or whatever. So that's an extra charge for the basket. The regular breakfast would be 5 gold if you want, again, the basics. If you want to go delicious, like condition +1 delicious, it's 70.
What?
Things that have condition effects are very expensive.
But the beautiful basic breakfast bag is also very nice to eat.
Yes, it's just
It's not technically
It's just not
delicious,
magic. It's
but
just
it's
good.
very nice.
Yes.
I will take the normal 5 gold breakfast, please.
Same.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Regular breakfast all around.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken is free. The fox is free. One of the baby goats is free. And the other baby goat is also free for now. Dun, dun, dun. Beautiful.
Is there a tent in the gift shop?
Yeah,
Are we going to the
also
gift shop?
Gift shop time.
Gift shop
shop
time.
time.
Like, I swear to God, we're spending the rest of this episode here. Fern! You have
Yes!
customers!
Dave, can you come to the till so I don't fuck it up? Thank you.
Dave is already at the till.
How was your night? How
He
was
has
your
a
stay?
laminated list and a red pen.
I can take you through the shop, or you can like browse and ask me questions if you want. Also, I really need to know: did you enjoy all your experiences?
Overall, yes. Actually,
Well, the crocodile was a little
Much.
Energizing, fun,
Terrifying.
only for a
Shocking.
little bit, right? And then you felt like, whoa, cool.
No. I
felt
think
real.
minus the animatronic kid, it would have been cool.
Yeah. Like the manatees seem pretty chill. You could have just had the alligator on the island and kind of have it roar at us.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. We saved the kid and also his stuffed animal. And I already had to take the stuffed animal out because it made people cry.
But the kid was.
But this is the actual kid that we saved. He screamed for us so we could, like, make it even realer. He's bigger now, but he really went for it. I think he has a future in theater.
Okay.
It's so authentic.
It's certainly realistic.
It's yeah.
Something.
And how was Jonathan? It's a new job for him.
Great kid, great kid.
Excellent.
Great
So
kid,
good.
yeah.
Oh, good. He really loves those manatees.
I think you could save him some trouble if you just had him disclaimer the alligator at the start.
But then it's not a surprise.
Yeah,
It's an adventuring experience. How can you experience adventure if you're never scared?
Well, you can
That's
put a
the-
disclaimer of the alligator and it could still be scary.
Oh, I'm sorry, you'll be scared in a minute. That's not how things work.
No, you say there might be an alligator in there. And then there's the anticipation of, oh no, where's the alligator?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't follow. Anyway, welcome to the gift shop. Would you like a tour of like the sections, or are you just gonna browse?
How big is this gift shop? I'm curious.
Huge.
It's fucking huge.
Is it bigger than like every other building on the farm?
Not bigger per se.
I mean, it's 2 stories.
Yeah. You have edible, non-edible, perishables, things you can keep forever, replaceables. There's a book section. A gift wrapping station. I mean, we have everything.
There is a how to care for your baby goat section.
Yeah, it's what to expect when you're expecting to adopt a baby goat. Books and packs.
Like little packs that you put the goats in, or just like a pack of
Those are also there, but just a little pack with like a goat first aid kit for you, not for the goat, obviously.
Oh, what?
Well, just a needle and thread for your clothes, and a band-aid for when the goat bites you and kicks you, and like a little bit of beeswax balm for when the goat kicks you a little bit too hard. Tiny goats, they have unsuspectingly good aim.
That seems important.
Of particular interest, maybe, I think, for Jace at this point, there is a wearable section.
Yes,
Yes,
we have
I do
with Fern branded clothing.
Yes,
merch.
Fern's fabulously flouncy frocks are over there. And
maybe something more along the line of a legging.
Legging, yes, we do have leggings. They're over there, crocheted, of course. So they are textured leggings. It's more of a legging experience. But yeah, sure, leggings, of course.
The word experience has become a concern.
Well, if you're going to buy the leggings, you need Fern's fabulous friction ointment, because it's like, it's gonna.
Why? Is it not? Are the goats not
it's a little
soft?
bit textured. I don't know. I don't want to assume your thigh situation, but if they,
Lord, yeah, like you could have just sold Jace these leggings, and now Jace has all of the questions.
Fern is just very honest, Of course,
I'll-
we have a really big sun hat section. The section's not big, but the sun hats are. And there's mountaineering crocs, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Fern branded, of course. And you were asking about a tent. We do have a few tent options. I heard you talking about money a little bit, and you did have a few experiences, so I understand if you're like saving a little bit. And I did get Dave to let me give a discount on this tent in particular. It is Fern branded. It's really cute. It has like a really big Fern's fabulous farm adventure palace and spa experience on it logo. But it's cheaper.
How much would that be?
So this tent, Dave comes along with the voice of the Ryuutama and goes, this tent will have the uncool qualifier, making it 0.8 of its original cost. And a normal tent is 120 gold. So Dave will bring out a little calculator, because there's like sales tax.
Carry the one.
Feels a little sorry for you for having to deal with Fern. So it would normally be like 96. If you actually buy this one, it sleeps 3 people. Rounded down to 90.
Fern is delightful. How dare you?
Technically, the discount is because they're also taking baby goats away, and there's more now.
Yes.
How much would it be to get like a pair of gardening scissors and gardening gloves?
Oh, actually, we have a pack of Dave's Gardening Tips. It's a really great book. I made Dave write it. And it comes actually with clippers and gloves.
How much is that?
10, 20, 24 gold. Again, with a small discount. Not because it's uncool, but because you're taking goats. Everything that's Dave branded is actually it's super sturdy. It is well crafted. There's no frills.
It's so boring.
as Fern would say,
It's practical.
it's functional. Like everything design, like you're starting to notice, like as you're browsing this gift shop, your eyes start like unconsciously looking for the Dave branded stuff.
Are there any Dave branded clothes?
Not in the merch section, but in the gardening section.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's Dave's
work
workwear.
pants.
Yeah.
Dave's workwear.
I would have told Fern I'm just going to browse and wander and start looking and make my way over to Dave's workwear and see what's going on over there.
Fair. So, game technically, everything that is Fern branded has the 0.8 modifier for being uncool, even though Fern is convinced she's the coolest influencer to ever influenced. Everything that's Dave branded is regular price. Unless it has a Dave's special mark, in which case it's high quality, which makes it more expensive. But a regular set of like Dave's work pants, they're pretty stretchy because, you have to be flexible. You have to bend down, you have to pick stuff up. So if you size down enough, you can get them tight enough to almost be a legging if that's what you want to do.
Well, no, I'll go back to normal pants if they're normal pants. They
have normal pants. If you want to make them leggings, like just take the child size.
Well, they are like
don't breathe.
It's not an overall because it doesn't have the thing.
Those are available as well. If you wanna go dungarees, you can.
Dungarees.
You can go shorter roll if that's what you want. Bare legs, long arms. It's all available.
Dave wears them in summer. It's delicious.
I mean, there is a certain draw to Dave in shorter rolls in summer. I'm not gonna lie.
One normal pair of pants for Jace, please.
One normal pair of pants. Let me check the price list real quick because I cannot memorize this for the life of me because all the prices are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's really boring pair of pants. There's no frills, no crochet, tiny little D embroidered on it.
Functional pockets.
Yeah.
Deep pockets. Yeah.
Well, with the chafing, I need something that doesn't chafe either. And you kind of oversold the chafing.
Reinforced inner thigh sections. It's so boring, those pants.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
I think regular pants, like these are, if you're not getting the high quality ones, then the regular pants are tin gold.
So high quality would be like 35?
High quality would be 50.
50? What does the high quality do?
Gives you an extra armor.
One high quality pant, please.
One pair of high quality pants, you get a +1 armor.
These also have like the reinforced knee parts and an extra set of back pockets with extra closures.
Ooh, got the little like side pocket for like the
absolutely
beautiful top stitching. Boring as
I'm like doing stretches and like picking my knees up and all of that. Just like, yes, these are perfect. And Fern's just like seething.
They give everywhere they need to give.
I won't see. I'll just be disappointed in your style choices, but I let everyone be themselves. Otherwise, I wouldn't employ Dave.
Or Bartholomew.
I'm gonna pick up the gardening set.
Yep.
But I will tell the group so that clears me out. It'll help us with the Ivy situation, but I don't have enough to buy a tent. I don't know if we want to keep going without one or.
We can split a tent.
Yeah, so a regular tent sleeps 3 people. So in this group, that would put 3 of you in the tent, and then the person who's on watch not until Rosalie returns.
Was there another tent already, or was that just?
No, there was a tarp.
Just the tarp. Okay.
None of you bought a tent. Absolutely none of you.
So maybe if we want to buy one,
I can afford a tent, like a nice Dave tent.
A Dave tent.
Yeah.
Why
Perfect.
don't
You don't want the Fern branded tent.
I can technically afford both.
One of each.
Yeah.
But there's so much to get here. I mean, Fern's ferocious crocodile jerky, Fern's fabulous fish hooks, a crochet needle-shaped walking stick. You can kill people with it and crochet huge things. There's many DIY crochet kits with patterns and yarn included. There's so many things.
I had
The
written
giant
90, but I accidentally wrote 90 goats.
Oh,
90 gold.
I mean that's
You do not
that's
have
a
90
choice. That is a
I'll
choice.
trade you 90 goats. And Dave
So
goes,
I have
no.
a question
No.
about carrying capacity.
Yes, because I was
So-
about to say you are going to hit sizes. Because the giant stuffed bees can be a size 1 through 5, depending on how big you want your stuffed bee to be.
BBB.
So I have a large backpack.
Yep.
And it is a size 5 but can hold 10. So what does
Yep.
that mean?
Okay, so if you have the backpack on your back,
Mm-hmm.
you're carrying 5,
Yes.
and then you can fill it up with items that weigh up to 10.
Okay.
But you only carry the weight of the backpack.
Okay. That makes more sense.
If it helps to think about it in terms of like, you have a certain number of boxes you can
Mhm.
carry in your arms,
Yeah.
that's more how Ryuutama deals with weight.
Which is why it's
It-
called
it's
size
more
and
about
not weight.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah. So the backpack makes your stuff easier to carry, and that's why you can carry more.
You can always get one of Fern's fabulous foraging nets. Those are the ones you took the salad and the cabbage in. Little bag.
That would be a travel bag. Statistically, they're 10 gold. They are size 1 and they hold size 3.
Yes, but they're 8 gold because they're ugly
Branded.
as fuck.
Yes. Fern branded backpacks are size 3 and can hold 5. And then what Saki has is the large backpack, which is size 5 and holds 10.
Yes, that would be Dave's durable backpack.
Look, that thing is solid.
If I buy one more ration, I can fit
It's also
most
brown.
everything I have in the backpack and still have.
Consider if you're buying rations, I have a crate on Kekko's back, and that's where most of the stuff that Corey has is.
Ah, okay.
The barrel is also on Keiko, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kekko is pretty close to his max carry weight, but it's fine. It's fine. He's fine.
He's fine. It's fine.
That's why he's so cranky. That's really the answer.
He's old and he's
overloaded the
carrying
chicken.
all your shit.
That is nobility.
Metaphorically and physically.
He's carrying most of it.
Nobility now. Oh, wait. Would you like a copy of his nobility act?
Not
so
particularly, but I might get pecked if I don't take one.
Oh, you can also just buy the plot next to his and you'll be neighbor barons.
Oh my
No,
god.
thank you.
The copy of the certificate comes with a sash.
How are we doing on animal feed?
You don't need it for the goats. They'll graze though.
Okay.
And technically, Kekko grazes for himself. I mean, mechanically,
because-
Kekko grazes for himself.
Okay.
But mechanically, the farmer has a bunch of free animals, and so does the merchant.
Okay.
And the baby
they're-
goats are baby goats.
For now, yeah. So for Corey and Juniper, their animals eat without a cost to you.
In story, Corey has been giving Kekko some
Yeah.
supplementary things, but like mechanically, no.
Yes. Some of the items that Fern mentioned, like the mountaineering crocs and the sun hats, are actual, shockingly, actual adventuring gear. So in the book, they would be either climbing shoes, but they're very expensive, or a proper sun hat that would help you in warm weather terrain. Just not everything is like a brand gimmick. There is actual adventuring gear underneath all of the logos.
It's also all uncool, so cheaper.
Yes. So if you're
You may
looking
make
for a particular
fun of
type,
Fern, but she's cheap.
if you want any adventuring gear, it's possible it's here, but just branded as something weird.
Can I get an uncool belt pouch? as a.
Oh my god, yes, you can.
Okay.
Do you know the crochet stitch that mimics dragon scales?
Yes.
Okay, it's that, and it's perfectly crocheted, but the colors clash horribly.
Huh. I kind of like it. It reminds me of my time here.
We'll say that we'll make that one 8 gold, and we'll just say it's a travel a belt pouch. Oh, sorry, 30 times 0.8, whatever the fuck that is.
Uncool belt pouch.
Uncool belt pouch. I can't do math. Okay, I've had a really long weekend.
It's late here.
It is
And raining.
How much for the
24
crocodile
gold
jerky?
for the belt pouch.
The crocodile jerky is like not delicious rations, right?
Yeah, they're the regular rations, not the tasty rations.
Yeah.
So they're 10 gold for size 1.
Full of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey's gonna get some of that.
Also a question for the group in general. I know it's late spring, but depending on what you're planning and where you're going, torches, lanterns, light spells. So far, you've always camped
Corey
before
has
dark.
a lantern.
Do you have oil for your lantern?
He had some. I don't know how much he has left. That's a problem for later once he's made some more money.
I love Ryuutama, but bookkeeping is an integral part of the experience. As anyone who's ever gone camping and walked into a camping store to buy one thing, only to come out with like a complete new set of camping gear can attest to.
Anniek is going camping in my gear in a few weeks.
I spent 300 euros on an air mattress. You shut up.
I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on a tent trailer.
Please don't. I know what they're worth.
I wish it was Fern's Fabulous Farm branded. Let's just...
I'll take the discount.
Yup.
I absolutely hate camping, so I'm only going with Lana because she goes glamping, and then at least I can sleep at night.
I have a tent trailer. You hitch it to your car and you pull it open and there's a house. It's beautiful. I hate camping.
Yeah. But the thing we want to go to is in the woods, so we have to. Are there any other things you guys need to buy, check, ask? Where are you going once you leave the farm?
Does someone have a fire starter?
I do.
Fern's Fabulous Flint.
Oh, well, it would be top of my list if I didn't already have one.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Please tell your friends. Would you like I can give you a little code, and if your friends come and they use that code, you can get like points towards your next experience.
Sure. Yeah. Sign us up.
Does your group have like a name?
Echoes caretakers.
Sure.
Okay, so if you say greetings from Gecko's caretakers as like your like code word, then they get like a how much a discount. Anyone?
How do we spell Gecko? Dave is like in this giant book of all the stupid codes that Fern has given away so far. How do I spell Gecko?
And then you get points, and then you can have like a discount or like a free experience, and if you get enough points, you can even get an Echo portrait, and it's really cool.
All perks are seasonal. I'm just gonna write down greetings from the Baron. How's that?
Greetings from the Baron. That's such a cool code. Don't forget to tell all your friends, everyone you meet, that it was fabulous at Fern's Fabulous Farm.
That actually works out way better because, Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you,
Dave has done all the transactions, tallied up all the money. When Fern isn't looking because he doesn't want to encourage her, he does sneak in a few freebies.
Well, that's nice of him. Before we leave for real, though, I don't know whether to ask Dave or one of the other folk on the farm, but essentially, where in the general vicinity was Clover shortly before this whole growing plants business started?
Who are you asking?
I don't know who to ask, but
I'm
I do want to
putting
ask
this
it.
I'm putting this back on you. Who are you asking?
You know what? Dave has
All of
been
you
knowledgeable
shot
and
at them.
helpful thus far, so yeah, we're just gonna ask Dave.
I was going to ask Dave while he's sneaking freebies into people's packs and.
I'm gonna
Did
try
you
to
do
cover for him as far as
Tiny
the
point
sneaky
of order.
things.
Did you do the morning goat yoga?
You
Did
know,
you
he
just
was up
stick
early
it-
enough. He was up early enough. He
Nice.
might have after he checked in on the very cranky chicken.
Honestly, the goat yoga was very zen.
Doesn't that give them like a +1 on their travel check? Because they're so centered and stuff.
I like how you're suddenly on the side of the players.
I've always been on the side of the players.
I know, it disappoints me every time. Sure, we'll give them a +1 to their travel check. Everyone who actually got up to do goat yoga gets the
And
+1 to their
finished the
travel
whole
check.
hour.
And did the whole hour and didn't giggle.
Oh, didn't giggle. Well,
No, it's a solemn experience.
I think Corey
Yeah.
managed not to giggle because that was actually effort. I don't think he's ever done yoga in his life.
yeah, Jace was
One-
giggling both about like something being called downward dog and then about the goats also.
Okay. Did Juniper and Saki get up for goat yoga?
No.
No.
I didn't think so, but I had to check. Alright, okay, so we'll give Corey a +1 to the travel check because they went for the full flow experience. Fern did spend some time in definitely not a cult in learning how to go with the flow. Don't worry about it. It was perfectly fine. It definitely did not need rescuing by her party because she didn't realize she joined a cult.
I
Oh,
was fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Now breathe into your crotch chakra.
So, on that note,
Asking Dave things.
asking Dave things to kind of try and cover for the fact that that is happening. There is no freebies in this pack.
Absolutely none.
No, we're just making conversation and asking where. So when Clover came back with the plants and all, where, does anyone know what general area she came back from?
Oh, I mean, Clover goes all over. I did not mean for that to rhyme. I sincerely apologize.
No, it works.
She usually likes to head, like, eastish. Northeast.
Northeast.
She doesn't usually terrorize villages anymore. That was something she did a few years ago. She settled down a bit now that she's gotten a bit older. So we don't get a lot of notices of, please come collect your goat, our village is in shambles. Which actually makes it harder to keep track of her. But the last time someone complained about a big goat and a small goat wrecking their shit, it was Crosswood. So probably around Crosswood.
All right, thank you.
Crosswood, not on your current map of the continent, because again, it is outdated. Crosswood is on the other side of that little water next to Liferwen on the northeastern area.
Okay. Well, that is a lead to at least follow up on. Before we leave, and I don't know where this fits in, it might be happening as we are walking away, Corey is going to try and I'm trying to debut the song he was trying to write for Tsar Admiral Fuzzy Bottoms.
Oh, I love it. Is
And
it as you are leaving, or like, are we doing this in front of the big farm building? Are we going to the stables? Are we making it an actual performers, or are we travel songing this?
I think it's a travel song. I think it's as we're pretty much getting ready to leave, because I don't actually know where he is, and I don't know that he's still on the roof. He probably isn't by this point.
He is always watching.
Always, but who knows where from? Unless he makes his presence known.
Correct.
So essentially it's Emperor on the roof, and, kind of has the general vibe of if I was a fab goat, like to the tune of if I was a rich man.
I love it. Roll performance.
Okay. What should that be? That'd be what? Spirit and... Oh,
again, it's your job.
Travel song.
Again, literally your job.
Yes. Sorry. I keep asking that and then going, wait, I wrote this down. Dex and Spirit. I can do this. Wait. Alright, not terrible. That's a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Lyrically, it still could use some work.
Needs work. There's a lot of moments where like, ooh, this doesn't fit as well as when I thought of it. Now that you're like the tempo, like
the rhythm's lyrics, just not quite right.
Yeah, the lyrics throw off your tempo a little bit. Needs a bit of shaving, but solid basis.
Fern thinks
Absolutely.
It's perfect.
She would.
Just don't change anything. Perfection.
And you are, I can't believe I'm saying this after all this time, leaving Fern's fabulous farm. And we'll pick it up next week as you actually head out into something that might be called the wilderness.
Ooh.
It'll be fine.
You
QJ's
see
crying.
Dave grabbing Fern's hand, sighing deeply and kind of smiling at her, weirdly.
Duh.
There's a reason he stays.
Look, they take slow burn very slow.
Fern oblivious.
Fern, yeah. If Fern had a clue, it would have happened already, but alas.
Poor Dave.
Thank you all so much for coming with us on this experience today. I can use no other word. We'll be here next week with episode 4, where our brave adventurers, Kekko's caretakers, will try and figure out what's up with these dragons that keep misbehaving for no particular reason at all. We'll go around and let people do their sign-offs, say bye, tell us what other cool things they're working on. And then we're going to raid out and wish you well. Lana, special guest Fern, would you like to start again?
I loved playing, and I'm glad I won't be here next week because smiling this much hurts my face. I make art and plant earrings, and you can find me through clicking through Anniek's stuff because I'm always up in her shit.
You're not wrong. Amanda.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda. You can find me everywhere at Panda Cabra. This upcoming Tuesday, I will be on TRPG, that is TEA, like the drink, TRPG, playing Root for the first time, and that is Tuesday at 7 o'clock Central Time. So yeah,
Very cool.
come say hi.
Wraith.
I'm Wraith. You can find me at Slender Noya on Twitter. I'm mainly over on Exquisite Corpse Presents. We are taking another week off of all of our streams, but we should be back the weekend after next. And we have several things in the works. Some of which that are much bigger than I expected them to be. But it's fine. We're gonna do a thing. I also did not show off my chicken today.
But there she is.
Hopefully next session I can trim some of this off.
Baron Keko does not need a trim. Baron Keko is perfect.
Glorious.
Also, I saw like 250 likes on your tweet, so I think your Pride event is just going to be a month-long thing at this point.
Last I checked, it was like 350.
2-month thing. It'll be fine.
375 and 52 retweets.
Just a
I gained
small
like
event.
60 followers.
Perfect. So if you run 4 people a table, that lets you know. I'm very excited to see what happens. Kai.
Hello, I am Kai, Kyla Creative on the internet. You can find me mostly over at Gut Punch RP, where we started a new game just last week, Lost in the Wild. It's gonna be a Feywild adventure. Also, we're starting a game back up on Friday? Is that all I'm doing? No, I'm also going to playtest on Alakazam's channel, so check that one out. I think we're back this Tuesday also. I should know my schedule, but I don't. It's just more fun that way.
Mood.
Yeah.
That's why scheduling is so hard. What am I doing and with who and when?
You got to keep yourself
Who knows?
guessing.
Right? Exactly. It keeps life interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Ko-fi at Fortifair. Other places at LexArts with 2 X's. I play games, I illustrate, sometimes I stream those 2 things, and if I'm not here, you'll probably find me on Polished Cryptids channel playing other TTRPG, or Dungeon Scrawlers. And that you'll catch me on tomorrow at like 9 p.m. Eastern US time. So
I like how it's like, okay, fuck, time zone, time. When am I? Perfect. My name is Anniek. I am sometimes on Twitter when my blood pressure can handle it at Anniekster. I mainly do TTRPG stuff online, also paint some stuff from time to time. The 5th of May, I will be playing in the second part of a Tales from the Loop game on Manapod Studio for EU Happy Hour at 8:30 Central European time, because it's EU Happy Hour, so we can just do Central European time things. And because it's Happy Hour, the game involves a drinking game. You can also use water if that's more your speed. All good. We play teenagers that are going to find out why our adults are glowing? Question mark. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but hopefully we'll find out on May 5th. I'm here on Sundays, currently running Ryuutama, occasionally running random space horror shit. There is a Vizen campaign we'll be starting back up after summer. Sometimes people on this channel are nice enough to run games for me on Sundays, and I get to play something. And then I need fellow players, so there's also like casting calls going to be open soon for stuff here on Sundays. I think that's all I'm doing. Sword and Key is still doing Invisible Sun fraying threads here on Thursdays on 4 p.m. Pacific. Invisible Sun is a really cool system by Monty Cook. It is freaky as hell and always amazing. There's cats with human hands and spider eyes, and I love all of it. Don't make that face, you know you love it. Saturday, April 29th at 8 a.m. Pacific, there is an Invisible Sun charity one-shot. And then Sunday, May 7th at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. Who picks these times, Eva? There is the premiere of Brindlewood Bay Take a Bow. Brindlewood Bay, of course, being a very cool indie system. And I think that's actually being DM'd by Eva herself. No, don't make the faces me. You're in it. Oh, nodding. She is in it. I forgot who's running it. Doesn't matter, it's gonna be cool. Brindlewood Bay is murder, mystery, tentacles, old people. Jessica Fletcher, Murder, She Wrote, but make it tentacles. It's very cool. I heartily recommend it. And then Horizons Call, the other long-running campaign on this channel, is currently on hiatus after finishing season 2, but they will be back May 27th. And it's centaurs and flying cats on a boat. What more could you possibly want? And that is it for us today. Hopefully back here next week as our party tries out their new tents, their new camping gear, their work pants, and solve this mystery of why this seasonal dragon's messing around. We're rating out to TTRP. You did it again to me. GIFs? How in Dutch we say GIF and there's no choice. So TTRP GIF. They're hosting something called TransCon this weekend. So they're currently playing Summer Wars Digimon-inspired games. And 2 people who are also on Sorting Key, Mare and Val, are also in the game we're about to raid. So hop on over with us, say
Raising
hi,
money for
raise money for
Trans-Lifeline.
charity,
Ooh.
and we'll see you here again next week.